What's up, YouTube? It's DomUniverse. Important topic of discussion today. I want to talk about why you should go vegan. I also been holding this topic off for a few weeks because I wanted to keep going with my own vegan journey and give y'all and let y'all know how I've changed, but also let y'all know the science behind this, because we not even supposed to be eating meat in the first place. So first off, the reason I preach for people to go vegan, not only does meat give you worms, it also, it has like bugs in it. Because, if you seen how they treat animals, right? First off, all meat is bad. All meat is bad, period. Look at that. All meat is bad. Now, before meat is put in the store, right? When they have the animal, and by the way, all animals have greenhouse gas emission, so it's all bad. Beef is worse than pork, and a lot of humans don't like pork. Beef is worse than pork. Now, take beef, right? They beat the shit out of the cow. They hit it in the face. They cut the tail off. They take the calf away. They take the baby. They stick their arm into the anus just to, I don't even remember what that's for. And or not only do they stick their arm in the cow's anus, they have this giant syringe that they stick in the cow's anus as well. Sounds aggressive the way I'm describing it, but it's aggressive when it's happening too. And they just be treating the cows like shit. They'll kick the cow, they'll punch on the cow, they just beat the shit out of the cow before they kill it. The cow is releasing stress hormones while it's being tortured. It's a tortured animal. And the cow does not have to be getting tortured for it to release stress hormones, right? Because anyway, that's leaving negative energy into the meat. So when you eat that meat, you're absorbing dark energy. Everything has a spiritual meaning behind it. You got to look at everything from a spiritual point of view, and not just by science or physical etc. They be beating the shit out of these cows, and then they kill it. They slice it up, slaughter it, etc. The energy cannot be destroyed. It does not leave. I told y'all that. Your spirit stay here, your energy stay here. Energy does not be destroyed. It can only be transmuted, transferred. What does trans mean? Trans means to go from somewhere to another place. What does port mean? Port means to be able to go from elsewhere. What do you do with a portable charger? You can take it with you. What do you do with a porta potty? It could be moved around, right? Transport. It can only be transported or transmutated also, just like your sexual energy. It can be transmutated. Now, that energy stays in the food. So, not only that, since the cow is being beaten and it's under bad condition, while it's being like just treated like shit, it be oozing pus and blood out of the udder, and it be in the milk. I promise you, it be in the milk before it's filtered out and put on counters and in fridges to be sold and consumed by us. This is part of the reason I stopped eating meat. Not only that, we don't even have carnivorous teeth. So that also ties into it, because if you eat meat, you know that it's tough. It's kind of tough, and it takes longer to chew meat more than any other food, pretty much. Even some solids, some meat take longer to chew more than some solid foods. So let's get more deep into this. Meat can have archon worms. Y'all, I told y'all about archon worms. Meat it sits before it's put in the store. I told y'all it sits before it's put in the store. We supposed to eat colorful foods because it helps our chakras. Our chakras is associated with colors. From the bottom, the root chakra, the first chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra. Roy G. Biv, ROYGBIV. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. All 7 colors is what your chakras represent. So eating foods that are certain colors, it benefits your chakras. Now, if you look at meat, meat is gray as fuck. It's gray or white. gray or white. And if it got red, it's blood in it. You're not supposed to eat blood. And a lot of times the red meat is only red because they put food coloring in it. And some of that food coloring, well, all that food coloring, it got like, let's say, for example, red 40, or some of these, they mix some of the colors with like yellow 5 or yellow etc. Some of these food colorings are tested on animals. And if you see what they do with the animals, when it's tested, it fucked the animals up before it's able to be even made. And I'll talk about that in another video, the animal testing chemicals and whatnot, and some of the stuff we use. But anyway, on to the meat. Meat has carcinogens in it, so it can give you cancer. Not only does it have all meat, that's what all meat has carcinogens in it, so it can give you cancer. Not only that, but meat lowers your pH level. That's not, and what happens when your pH level is low? You are vulnerable to cancer if it's under like 6 something. If it's like 5 and under, you are vulnerable to cancer. It has carcinogens in it, which causes cancer, and it lowers pH, which makes you vulnerable to cancer. And what does the cancer, the famous, notorious cancer scientist, doctor, he said, and I'm talking about Dr. Otto Warburg. I studied him at the beginning of 2018. He said cancer cannot exist in an alkaline environment. Meat is not alkaline. Meat is low pH. When you drink alkaline water, etc., our foods that are alkaline, you raise your pH balance. You raise your frequency as well. You better your bloodstream. You fix the circulation. You fix what's it called? Not just the circulation, but it going throughout your body. It's circulation and whatever. It makes your blood better quality blood. If you eating meat messes with your blood. So, with that being said, not only does meat induce cancer, meat, people argue that you cannot get all the nutrients and whatnot if you don't eat meat and if you are vegan. You got to realize something. Even if a cow or any animal is grass-fed, no matter what. I talked about this on Instagram and Snapchat. I even have it in the Instagram highlight. It don't matter if you grass feed a cow, a chicken, whatever. That chicken, it does not make the chicken more healthy. I mean, it does, but that's what gives it all its protein. And if it has more protein than a grass-fed animal, that's because they added that stuff into it. See, these meats have chemicals in them as well. Now, not only that, let's get back to these grass-fed animals. See, the reason these meats and these dairy products have all of these the reason all these meats, right? Yeah, and all these dairy products have all this protein and these nutrients is because they come from a fucking plant. What can you get, right? What nutrients can you get from a carnivorous diet, that you can't get from a plant-based diet? How do you think people was getting all their nutrients before eating animals? Plants, beans, seeds, grains, all of that. Like you can substitute any carnivorous food with something that's vegan, like vegan meat, Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, right? Vegan cheese, Violife. Vegan bread, Garden of Life. Like, you can substitute any carnivorous food. Vegan chocolate. I mean, matter of fact, dark chocolate is vegan. Before they put milk in it, then it's not vegan. Now let's also talk about this. People argue, right? What I was trying to say is people argue that you can't get all your nutrients. I got into a little debate with somebody on PlayStation messages. Because he was trying to tell me, oh, you can't get, and this is not even the first time I had this debate. He was talking about, oh, you can't get all your nutrients off of off of a plant-based diet unless you take supplements. Do you know that all plant foods, when you can get a bunch of plant foods and you will get all your nutrients? You don't have to take no fucking supplement. He basically, what these meat eaters are trying to say is you get all your nutrients eating meat. They acting like, right? So basically what you telling me is your meat has every mineral, vitamin, and amino acid, right? You telling me that a pound of steak, right, or even a quarter pound, has every vitamin, mineral, and amino acid in it? You slowly killing yourself. Not only that, but when you chewing meat, right, you don't chew all of it until it's liquid, until it's pureed in your mouth. You don't chew it that much. It don't matter if you did. Our body not made to consume dairy or meat. Some of that meat gets stuck in our it gets stuck when our digestive system is digesting it. Some of it does not go all the way through, so it just sits there and it rots. And you know what that do? It attracts parasites. Matter of fact, you probably oh yeah, and if you eat sushi, you have parasites. It's not even up for debate. You have parasites if you eat sushi. See, the main parasite people have, it don't even got to be a tapeworm. It could be a roundworm or a pinworm. A roundworm or a pinworm. Because these, I ain't even going to talk about the video I seen of those a few years ago, but y'all can look up pinworms and roundworms yourselves. But I'm telling you right now, likely if you eat sushi, you have parasites. That's raw meat. I'm telling y'all right now. The benefits I've noticed ever since I went vegan in May. My skin changed, my hair texture changed, my energy levels changed. I've got more done in my life. I exercise more. I feel better, wholefully. My heart health has changed. My whole body changed. I feel like a different person. And when I was eating meat, when I was on a carnivorous diet, when I eat certain foods, I gag. I can't even finish some foods. I've never had that experience while eating on a vegan lifestyle. I've never had that experience. I've never felt like because when I was on a carnivorous diet, I pretty much, certain foods didn't taste right. So now certain plant-based foods, see, that's what happened when you eat carnivorously. Certain plant-based foods don't taste good to you, but when you go vegan, it all tastes good. And then when you try to eat carnivorous foods like meat and dairy and whatnot, it make you sick. It make you sick as shit. And I tried it. I went vegan for 5 days once, and the effects, it took effect quickly. And I went and ate a Whopper from Burger King. Yeah, it's a Whopper. Yes, it's fake meat. It's a fast food restaurant, whatever. It don't matter. I was eating meat, real meat after that. I worked at a high upscale restaurant, and sometimes that meat was fucking disgusting. Not taste-wise, but quality-wise. If you get what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of times it was greasy as shit, or it had blood in it. But the burger was good as fuck. Now, that's the thing. Greasy foods taste good. But what kind of grease is it? If it's not vegetable, see, it's not really about the grease, depending on where the grease come from. Because sometimes palm oil can come from, and a lot of the ingredients in a lot of food come from bugs. Like some of the famous candies we eat, it come from bugs. So you're eating bug excretion and bug fluid. Things that come out of bugs. Now, honey don't count. Honey don't count. We're not talking about honey. Now, I would give a vegan the benefit of the doubt when it comes to honey, but I don't eat honey. I would give a vegan the benefit of the doubt if it came to honey and beeswax. I don't eat honey. I love honey. I loved honey, but I do use Carmex, which has beeswax in it. I do give you people the benefit of the doubt because even though our ancestors ate meat, right? Not all of them, some of them. Though they ate meat, they were living in their animal state in their lower chakras, a lot of them. But though they ate meat, they used honey. And honey is it's sacred. It's a sacred food. It's a superfood as well. It's better and healthier than sugar. You can put honey on almost anything. But as far as beeswax, I only put it on my lips. I don't put it in my hair. I don't put it on my body, just my lips. And 9 times out of 10, that's what's on my lips when I'm recording a video. It's oatmeal, wild berry, Carmex. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. It's so many great benefits you get from becoming a vegan. I can't even name all of them because there's so many, but I've become more spiritually awoke. My brain function has changed and it got stronger. My brain is bigger. Period. Is bigger. I think clearly. I have more clarity in my mind. Now, also with meat, when they argue that you can't get all your ingredients, there is no possible way you can get all your ingredients eating just meat and dairy as well. So what are you talking about? If you eat on a plant-based diet, you can eat plants and get all your nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. Matter of fact, you can just go off of protein vegan shakes. If you look at vegan bodybuilders, these people are big. These people are huge. I work out and I'm on a vegan diet. I'm not super swole. I'm not super swole, but I'm pretty swole. Now, y'all have seen me with my shirt off. Not fully, but y'all have seen my traps and my shoulders. And I barely work on my traps. Now, I'm actually subscribed to vegan bodybuilders. It's a lot of vegan bodybuilders out here. Don't let a meat eater tell you that you can't get all your nutrients by eating on a vegan or plant-based diet. It's bullshit. Now, certain people everybody can't go plant-based because they don't pay for their food, or they're not old enough to have a job, or they got other people, they live with their parents and their parents buy all the food, and they're just in school and they don't have a job, etc. Is reasons that certain people don't go vegan. But I would suggest to eat as healthy as you possibly can. Even if you have to go vegetarian, even if you have to go pescatarian. But even with fish, that's fucking disgusting. I would probably say, I mean, in a way, fish is healthier than land meat, but at the same time, fish is less healthy. You get me? Because even fish has parasites. Even fish be alive with parasites. Y'all gotta pay attention, man. That meat is fucking your body up. It's killing you slowly. When you get older and you experiencing health problems and life problems, don't wait until you get a health problem to want to go vegan. Because if you get diabetes, you can't go vegan. It's not easy to just go vegan. You will die trying to go vegan, because it's already not a good idea to go from carnivorous diet to plant-based right away, because it messes with your hormones. Even though I did that, the only thing that I noticed that happened was I lost a lot of weight. That's the only thing I noticed that happened. Now, that'll happen anytime, even if you go from vegetarian. But it's about with carnivorous diet to plant-based, because you cleansing, you detox the fuck out of your body when you go vegan. You detox the shit out of your body, and you when you go vegan, you will not want to go back to eating meat. You will gain a new love for animals and plant life. You will gain a new love for all forms. When you see something happening to an animal, you will feel that shit. You gonna feel that shit in your heart. You gonna feel that shit. You gonna be like, that's fucked up. I seen the video on Twitter with chickens. They was hanging from a machine, and they were in a line. And while the thing they was hanging from was moving, they was all getting their heads sliced off as the thing was moving. So I'm like, this is what just imagine eating another animal. Because the animal, we all cells, right? Living on a giant organism. We all cells. We all supposed to be vegan. Us and the animals are supposed to be vegan. So if you eating an animal, you eating another cell. So you might as well be a cannibal. If you might as well eat human. You should have no problem eating a human if you eat animals, because the animals are people too. Animals are people too. You can call me a tree hugger or whatever, a hippie. I don't give a fuck. You are eating an animal, a living person. You might as well eat human meat. You might as well. You not gonna get any less of a health problem. You're gonna, if you eating meat, and I heard meat tastes like a type of pork. If you eating pork, that's even worse. Eating animals is worse than eating a human. Not morally, because we have dominion over animals. But people gonna say this. There are people who are carnivorous who say, oh, plants are living organisms too. First off, a plant, yes, it's a living organism. Yes, it is. Yes, it's living. But plants don't, not only do plants not feel pain, they know that they're here to be fed on. They're part of Earth. What is Earth called? Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. What is nature called? Mother Nature. What's the role of a feminine energy or a mother? The role of a feminine energy or a mother or female is to nurture. What is nurturing? Giving nutrients, giving food, giving nutrition. What is this right here? We part of nature, animals are part of nature, but we and animals are not nature. We are not plants. We are like plants, but we are not plants. You get me? So that's pretty much all I had to say. Stop eating meat. I was saying I'm not gonna tell you to stop eating meat. Stop eating meat. I don't care if you have to just eat bread. I don't care if you have to just drink almond milk and bread and toast and just peanut butter, because sometimes I do that. But when I go grocery shopping, I buy a lot of vegan. I cash out when I go buy vegan. I shop at the the Better Health Food Market. I go crazy. Everything I ate as a carnivore, I can eat as a vegan, and it all tastes better. Everything, I didn't like oatmeal when I was a carnivore. I did not like it. I didn't even like the texture. Now I would kill oatmeal. Strawberry shortcake oatmeal, apple pie oatmeal, English muffin oatmeal. I buy my shit I take care of myself. I feel way better than I did when I was eating meat. And now I'm out here in nature. I might turn into a plant in a minute. Look at the like the plant guy from I think he was from Japan or China. The guy who turned it into a tree. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. I love y'all. I want y'all to take care of yourself. Oh, and going vegan to raise your frequency too. Meat lowers your frequency, and people think that just because they eat meat, they got clear skin. Yeah, it's not even about that. But when you go vegan, it will change your skin. And by the way, your skin, just like a snake, because we are serpents. We are serpents. I want y'all to know that. Excuse me, for new people that's watching, we came from the Anunnaki, right? That's why we have a good and bad side. We came from a group of good and group of bad Anunnaki, which were serpent people. That's why the Bible says, let us create men in our image, plural. We are made. That's why we have a good and a bad side to us. And that's why we were put here to choose which side we want to choose. Whichever path we choose is what we are. We attract what we are, right? Not only that, but we are what we eat, because when every 30 to 35 days, our skin replaces itself based off of what we eat. So you are what you eat, literally. That's where the quote comes from. You are what you eat. It's not just you being a pig because you eating like repulsively and burping that you're a pig. No. You are what you eat because your skin changes based off what you eating. And if you eating meat versus eating plant-based, your skin is gonna look higher quality if you eating plant-based. So you got men who are toxically masculine, who will say things like, oh, none of that matter, oh, that's gay, oh, that's for the women, that's for girls, none of that sissy shit. Ain't none of that, my bro. We out here taking care of our skin, our whole body, our inner being as well, bruh. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I talk about toxic masculinity too, because toxic masculinity stems from insecurity of your own sexuality. Period. And it also stems from fear. So you don't love yourself enough if you are toxically masculine. You see me, I don't act too hard for myself in my videos, or period, in real life. Like, some people may say I'm feminine. Some people may call me gay. Some people may call me the F word. But I don't give a fuck. To become the perfect alpha male, you have to be balancing divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. Period. That's how you become the perfect alpha male. You have to balance yin and yang. You have to be able to sexually transmutate both masculine and feminine energy, not just masculine energy. Ain't no such thing as just being a man and male, whatever. Because even before men are fully developed in the womb, we are a female biologically. We have no penis. We have no phallus. We are a female. The first human on this planet was a female. The first being was a masculine energy, but the first human on this planet was a female. Mother Earth. This is Mother Earth. This is a feminine energy. The first human on this planet was a female as well. Created by a man, masculine energy, but was a female here. There's no such thing as being perfectly man. You're not supposed to be too manly either. You have both testosterone and estrogen. How you gonna have too much testosterone when you have estrogen as well? You abandoning your estrogen, and that goes down. So what happens when you become you have too much testosterone? You become in competition with men. You are too horny. You are too what's the word? Not too toxically masculine, but pretty much too manly for yourself. You see every man as a competition. I used to be like that as well. I used to be like that. Not necessarily me seeing every man as a competition. It was more so when I was working out, I would compare my body to other dudes. Like, I'm bigger than this dude. I'm bigger than this guy. He not bigger than me. He ain't stronger than me. I'd whoop his ass, etc. I used to be like that a couple years ago. I really did. Too much testosterone. But when you got too much estrogen, you become a bitch. When a man has too much estrogen. Yeah, when a man has too much estrogen, he becomes a bitch. He becomes emotional. He grows man boobs. That's where the term soy boy comes from. Soy boy, you get man boobs. You become emotional. You have too much feminine energy. You become worse than an actual female when it comes to emotion. And that's right brain. That's right brain. But yeah, I was talking too much. It's the big vegan. Big vegan. I just like to look at myself. I washed my hair today. I'm gonna have to retwist this shit tomorrow. And yeah. Big vegan. Big vegan. You can get more nutrients off of just a regular plant more than you can get off meat. But anyway, I'm done talking. This is my longest video, I think. It's my video. I'm gonna talk as much as I choose. I'm wilding right now. I love y'all though. Like, subscribe, peace.